not long ago. My friend, Andrew Tate, he was arrested in Romania. The funny thing is, man, Andrew predicted this. To be clear, I think Andrew's innocent. I believe Andrew's innocent. He's my friend. Andrew
predicted
First
they delete you, and then after that is imaginary charges to send you to jail, and the third is put a bullet in your head. So it's like I've kind of used up one of my lives. Yeah. So you're sitting there going, now what? So when they were contacting and calling all these people, I was like, they're trying to drum up some charges on me.
Yeah.
They're just trying to find a reason to send me to jail for no reason. So it is scary, man, when the Matrix attacks. Like, no matter how insulated you are against it, you do sit there and go, oh, here we go.
All right, yo, listen, Andrew would say this all the time. If you watch any of these videos, any of his interviews, he would always talk about how the Matrix is coming after him and they're trying to delete him and everything, right? Now, I used to always get like nervous when I heard him say that. Not because of what he's saying, but because he's saying it. Again, Andrew's my boy. Like matter of fact, let me show you something. Andrew's my guy, man. This is me, him and I and Tristan hanging out. We linked up, and this was a long time ago, right? This is like 5 or 6 years ago in Atlanta, before the Bugattis. You know what I'm saying? Before either one of us had an iced out watch. You know, like it was like 5-6 years ago, man. But those are the homies. You know, he used to have a podcast here on YouTube, him and his brother, and they mentioned me once. You know, I super chatted. I gave him, and they were like, "Hold on, let me."
Brandon Carter, shout out King Keo.
King Keo, Andrew,
Mr. fucking handsome. Oh, thank you very much, King Keo. Can't wait to have you over here in Romania. I know you're like, I don't like to drive cars.
Is it vodka keto?
Is vodka keto?
Vodka is definitely keto. And I just have another thing. We have to have Brandon Carter on Wine Night also.
Right. Well, man,
but the question is, can we get Brandon to drink?
Sterling.
Carter
would be good with
us.
Serious G.
Can I just say, if
he's doing that handstand shit, I'm like, I can't do that.
If Brandon drinks, he might lose one of his 12 abs.
Yeah.
Brandon, you can go with 11 abs, G.
Right.
I would say, if anyone could get Brandon Carter to drink, I think it might be me. I'm that guy. You know what I mean? I've got that superpower.
He's got it. He goes after your pride.
Sterling, when I first met you, my friend, you didn't drink alcohol at all, did you?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
All right, let's stop. Listen, first of all, Tristan forgot that he tried to get me to drink once before, but he forgot because he was drunk. I said no. Anyway, I digress. Those are my boys. I believe they're innocent. But Andrew would always talk about the Matrix is trying to attack me, or they're going to come and get me. He would always like have a premonition, right? That it didn't seem like there was evidence all the time that it was happening. He would just say, yo, this is what happens. This is what happens. So when someone's going around saying something is going to happen all the time, I'm not surprised when it happens. But there's a lesson here. There's a part of your brain called the reticular activation system, right? It's a real part of your brain. It's not some made up shit. It's a real part of your brain located at like the root of your brainstem. When it's activated, it basically decides on what you're going to focus on, right? It's kind of like when someone gets a new car, you or your friend gets a new car, you start seeing that car everywhere. You're not magic, bro. The car was already there, you just didn't notice it. But once it was activated, once you put your attention on it, your reticular activation system went out and found it. When someone is saying something is going to happen to them, they'll start seeing reasons why that happens. And then it starts becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Never say anything about yourself you don't want to be true. There's a dude named Bill Buckner. He played, I believe it was the Red Sox. I mean, he played for a lot of teams, right? It was right before the World Series. He said, the dream is that you're going to have a great World Series win. The nightmare is that you're going to let the winning run score on a ground ball through your legs. He said this 11 days before the World Series. This is what happened. Right between the legs. Yo, he said it 11 days before it happened. He said that would be the nightmare, to let the winning ball go between your legs. And he let the winning ball go between his legs, right? Listen, your words are powerful. Never say anything about yourself you don't want to be true. Again, I believe Andrew's innocent. That's my boy. He went around all the time saying, the Matrix is after me. They're going to put me in jail. The Matrix is after me. They're going to put me in jail. They're going to try to kill me. They're going to do this. They're going to do it. Before he got shut down, he said they're going to shut me down. They're going to silence me. He was saying this stuff all the time. I'm not surprised that it happened if you're saying it all the time. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the Matrix wasn't after, but what I would have liked to hear him or anyone say is like, I'm looking for ways to win. right? You know, I'm looking for ways to succeed, as opposed to saying, oh, they're coming after me, right? I'll be like, oh, listen, talk about solutions. Let's talk about things that are going to happen good for you. I think there's a lesson here, because your words have power, and they have a lot more power than you give yourself credit for. Your brain is powerful, and you have to really watch what you input in your brain. So if anybody comes to my house, the first thing they're going to see when they get out my private elevator in the penthouse, first thing you're going to see is a money rug, a big $100 bill rug. And you're going to see a bench next to it. Cause okay, I got my own private elevator, rich nigga shit, You need the doorman has to like let you in. You can't just get in. Doorman has to let you in, or you gotta have a key to get in on my floor, cause it's only it only goes to my house, right? Rich nigga shit. Anyway, as soon as you open, you're gonna see, before you get in my house, the elevator opens and there's like a little hallway, and we put money shit in there. Cause I want you to know what kind of time we on. We on money time. You open it. You open the door. Boom. What you gonna see? Another money rug. You go in my office, right? In my office where I work. This is just a studio room. It's a big ball, right? And you're gonna see multiple money rugs, right? Because I'm trying to input in my brain getting money. Because here's the thing: if you get a car, someone else gets a car, then you start seeing that car everywhere. What happens if you start telling yourself to think about money? Now you're gonna start seeing opportunities to get money everywhere. You get what I'm saying? Pac, the last album, he was making this album before he died. And he showed him being killed, right? He depicted himself getting killed. And then what happened? What was Biggie's album? What was the album he was working on before he was killed? Life After Death. What was the name of his first album? Ready to Die, right? You got to be real careful about what you say about yourself. I'm telling you, I'm not saying that they made it happen, but I'm not saying that they didn't, right? Like, your words have power. Your words have power. What you input in your mind is powerful, bro. I'm telling you. I never say anything about myself I don't want to be true. And I don't let anyone around me say things about themselves that they don't want to be true. You get what I'm saying? I only talk about getting money. I only think about getting money. I knew this guy, and he had an 8-figure business. He's making more money than me. His business was making $10 million a year. He was a big time Trump supporter. Big time. Like, he was weird about it. But he was less of a Trump supporter and more of a anti everything else. So he would just start post. He had this big business and big social media, and all he was posting about was how the liberals are fucking ruining everything and fucking shit up and making things bad. And he only talked about the bad stuff. Again, if you get a car, or your friend gets a car, and then you start seeing that car everywhere, what happens if you start talking about all the problems in the world all the time? What happens? You're gonna start seeing more of that. Now here's where it gets fucked up. He was talking about they're ruining the economy, they're ruining everything. Boom. Dude started going broke. One of my best friends was running his ads, right? And he was like, yo, these ads just ain't converting no more. He's fucking up his whole business, right? That shit happened to him. The shit he was scared of and talking about all the time happened to him. The whole economy didn't ruin. His economy got ruined. I got liberal friends, the same shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to focus on what you want, not on what's going bad. Not on all the bad things that can happen. I'm not saying don't take evasive action or don't watch out, but look for solutions. Now, Andrew's my boy. I believe he's innocent. But I think a lesson here is, like, don't say shit about yourself that you don't want to be true. He always talked about the Matrix was coming after him and they were going to put him in jail. Now he's in jail. Biggie had an album called Ready to Die, then Life After Death, and he died. Pac had an album where he put himself in as being killed, and he was killed. A lot of people don't notice Kanye West was a really good artist. Like, he could draw and paint really well. And his mom was an art teacher, right? Right before his car crash, before he made the song Through the Wire, he did a painting of himself in a car crash. I swear to God, there's an interview somewhere on the internet where you can find that. And he says, I'll never paint myself like this again. He painted himself in like a crash, all fucked up. And then it happened, bro. I know I'm at the risk of sounding like one of those girls who collects crystals, wears hemp jewelry, and keeps kale chips in her bag. But you gotta start looking at this shit. You gotta start seeing that your words have power. Your words are really powerful, man. I never say anything about yourself you don't want to be true. Even if things are bad, you want to focus on the solution. Instead of saying, yo, man, my girlfriend is tripping all the time, you need to say, listen, I'm working on improving my relationship, right? Because if you say she's tripping all the time, then what do you think you're gonna see? But if you say, I'm working on improving my relationship, then you'll see ways to improve it. right? Instead of saying, man, I'm broke, I ain't got no money. You need to say, yo, I'm working on getting some more cash. I'm working on getting some more of this paper. Because if you say I'm broke and I ain't got no money, you'll see reasons why that's true. And it'll be reinforced. But if you say, listen, I'm working on getting some cash right now, man. I'm looking for ways to get some more money. You'll see ways to get some more money. I swear to God, real shit. Never say anything about yourself you don't want to be true. Never say anything about your situation you don't want to be true. I'm not telling you to be positive, but definitely don't be negative. You can't be negative. You need to be solution orientated all the time, right? If something's going wrong in your life, focus on solution. You're like, damn, instead of saying, man, I just lost all this money. It's like, I got to get this money back. You know what I'm saying? Focus. Every subject is two subjects. Oh, I'm so thirsty. Oh man, I'm dying of thirst. No. I'm about to get me some water. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh man, I'm so tired. It's not, oh, I'm so tired. It's like, man, I need to get some energy. Let's go. Right? Focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. Free Top G, that's my dog. I believe he's innocent, but I think there's a lesson here for all of us.